What is up, YouTube? This is DBZ49 coming at you with another deck profile for the new March 2021 ban list, and this time it's Super Quantums. Now, in the title, I wanted to put all the sub-engines. There's a bunch of sub-engines in this deck, and we'll get to them, but in the title, it's just going to be a Super Quantum deck profile, but there's just too many sub-engines to mention, so we'll get to that later on the deck profile, but for now, this is a Super Quantum deck. It's basically a link spam deck. I run no hand traps, full combo. So ideally, the best end board you can end on is like Dragoons, Rusty with Fogblade, and then the Super Megazord grade Magna. So that's the goal of the deck, and we have I want to say about 4 sub engines that help you get there. So without any further ado, let's start the deck profile with the main deck. And so if you're watching this because you're a Super Quantum fan, you know we're maxing on all the Super Quantums, but for those of us that are not too familiar, I'll just quickly break down what each of the Rangers do. White Ranger has 3 effects. First, you can special summon from hand by sending a Super Quant monster from field or grave and get a free special. On special and normal, basically get to dump any of the Rangers, and it'll change white to that Ranger's level, the one that you dumped. And when this card gets into grave, you can just search Alphan. And just as a general rule of thumb, every single Ranger has 2 effects, one on normal or special, and another one when it gets sent to grave. So that's really cool. It's really good when you start to link ladder. So that's what white does. It's a level 7. Next for the Rangers, we run the triple red Ranger, excuse me. And no, this is not an Infernoble Assault type deck. This is, again, Super Quantum deck. Red, obviously free special when you control no monsters. On normal or special, you get to recur from grave any Super Quant card, so that's pretty cool. And then its other effect is when it gets sent to grave, basically you get to, it's a Monster Reborn for a Super Quantum monster, so that's really good. Just helps you retain advantage and link ladder. Next is Green Ranger on normal or special. You get to special Super Quant from hand. And when it gets sent to grave, you get to pitch a card, which is cost, unfortunately, and then you get to draw a card, so fix bricky hands. And I'm pretty sure you can only pitch a Super Quant card, yeah. And then when you pitch the Super Quant card, ideally you get that effect, so that's the plan. Next we're on triple blue. The only thing I will say about blue is I think for most of, even green, it can miss timing because it's a when, not an if effect, so just watch out for that. But these are essentially your extra copies of Field Spell, Magna Layer, so that's why you run triple. Well, you run triple of all the Rangers, but blue, usually on normal or special, you want to search any Super Quantum card, but it searches, I mostly search for the Field Spell. And then when it gets sent to grave, it gets to shuffle up to 3 Super Quant cards from grave, added to deck. You don't draw, unfortunately, but it just recurs Super Quant cards for the grind game. Next up, it's a Super Quantal monster, which is quite unfortunate, but it is what it is. Triple Alphan. It's kind of like white, where it's like a wild card in that you basically reveal 3 Super Quants from deck, and then you tribute this card, obviously, or for cost, and then you reveal 3 Super Quantum monsters or Rangers from deck, and 3 different ones, and then it'll randomly select one, special it, send the other 2 to grave. So ideally you're going to trigger the other 2 monsters effect, and then you're going to essentially get the summon effect of whatever quant it tutors. So that's really cool. And that's it for Alphan. Now we're going to go on to our other sub-engine. So the first sub-engine we run is the Danger Package, so 1 Nessie, 1 Jackalope, the limited ones. And what's really cool is this is a 7/3/3, so they all rank up into whatever Megazord you need. And then we run the 4s, because you can make a green Megazord with the 4s. So Chupacabra and Mothman. So that's for the first sub-engine. That's the Danger Package. Next up, we run the Codebreaker package. This is a new addition to the deck from our last deck profile. So basically the idea of the deck now is you want to make the Link 3 Megazord and basically get 2 monsters under that. So you get Rusty, and then Rusty will help you go into Rusty will help you get whatever trap you need, either the Fog Blade or the Shane Brigandine if you need to link up. And then, yeah, so like I alluded to, Rusty, this is our other package we run. So we run the Silent Boots and Ancient Cloak. Ancient Cloak will help you grab, either the Boots or the Shane Brigandine. And then Boots can grab you either the Fog Blade or the Shane Brigandine, so that's really cool. And then the last package we run is the Dragoon package, so 1 Dark Magician and 1 Red Eyes Black Dragon. That's it for the monsters. That should be 25 monsters. And that's 4 sub-engines. We have the Danger sub-engine, we have the Codebreaker sub-engine, we have the Red Eyes Dragoon sub-engine, and then we have the Phantom Knight sub-engine. So 4 sub-engines in this deck. Onto our spells. Again, new addition to the deck. Pot of Avarice, because this is now a link spam deck. Obviously, we're still trying to get into Great Magnus, but Pot of Avarice is really nice because you're just going to link ladder like crazy, and usually the grave is going to be stacked, so that's really good. So triple Avarice. Next 3 of spell, we have triple Magnacarrier, the field spell, and this is the card that you usually want to search out with blue. So this is really critical for helping you to rank up and get all the material for Great Magnus. For the 1-ofs, 1 Terraforming to get the Magnacarrier, 1 E-Telly for blue, which is essentially another Terraforming, 1 Foolish because all the Quants have grave effects, so that's really clutch. 1 Monster Reborn, again, you just want to link spam. 1 Reasoning, again, get free body and board, everyone's different level. 1 for 1 because it's essentially Alphan. And then the 1 Red Eyes Fusion for our Dragoon package. So that's going to be 13 spells. Onto the traps. Just run 2 for the Rusty, the 1 Fog Blade, and the 1 Phantom Knight Shane Brigandine. So that's it for the main deck. Let's quickly go on to the side deck. Nothing too special. 2 Nibirus for Virtual World. 1 Pinkertops for back row heavy decks. I guess Zulich, for example. Also a good card to get over Winda. The 1 Regeki for board breakers. Out Zeus, basically. Or just any other problematic card. 1 Mind Control for the link, because you link ladder, it's insane. Triple Forbidden Chalice. It's just a budget imperm. Helps out cards like VFD, for example. Triple Twin Twisters for your back row heavy decks that, just stack on the back row, so just want to pop those. And you get to pitch a card, so if you pinch a Super Quantum, you're going to get effect. For the traps, we run the triple Evenly Match, blow out a card in certain matchups if they don't end on negates. And then the last trap we run is the 1 Red Reboot. Okay, that's it for the side deck. Quickly onto the extra deck. So we're going to go start with our XZs. Obviously, big boy Magnacarrier. And we only run 1 of each of the XZ Megazords. We need to cut space for the other engines, so we'll get to that again. So the 1 Great Magnus, very insane card, pretty much the boss monster of the deck. 1 Lion Megazord, pops a card during either player's turn, as long as it has Red Ranger. Blue Megazord, which pops a spell and trap during either player's turn, as long as it has a Ranger. The 1 Ouroboros, through rank 4. A Book of Moon during either player's turn, as long as you have Ranger. And the last Megazord we have, or the Super Quant Megazord we have, is Luster Rex, which is essentially like a Effect Veiler. It doesn't destroy, unfortunately, so yeah. And then the last honorary Megazord is we have Divine Arsenal Zeus Sky Thunder. So that's really cool. If you need to stack on top of, Great Magnus or any of these other smaller Zords, you can. So that's really cool. Again, it looks like a Megazord, so we have to put it in. Onto the fusions, we run the 1 Dark Dragoon. This is pretty much your plan B. If you can't really get into full combo, you can at least end on Dragoons. And all of your Super Quants have effect in Grave, so if you pitch it off of Dragoons, you're going to plus, so that's really insane. That's it. That's it for the XZs and the fusions. Onto the links, we run the 1 Saryuja. Helps you thin through deck and get you cards that you need to essentially go full combo. Because let's say you have let's say you need to get into field spell and you have 2 XZs in the grave. You just need to get that 1 more push to get the last Megazord in grave. You can help use Saryuja to dig and then special from hand, which is really cool. The 1 Borrelsword to help go for game. the one Blaster Magna. Again, the goal is you want to go into him and then get 2 monsters underneath, and then you can start to go for like the virus combo. So you go for Virus Swordsman, which is a link 2. You put it under Blaster Magna. You're gonna tutor out 0 Day from deck. Then you're gonna go into Virus Berserker, and then Berserker is gonna revive Virus Swordsman, and those two combined are gonna make Rusty. Now Rusty can get you your Fogblade if you need it, or it can get you your Shane Brigandine for the extra body for a link for XZ summoning or link summoning, or not link summoning because we don't run the link spider, but it's just a free level 4 if you need it. Last of the links, the one Nightmare Phoenix for back row hate, and the one Predaplant Verte Anaconda. Alright guys, that's it for the deck profile. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave a comment down below in the comment section. I love to hear your guys' thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and have a nice day.